are not in any way protected because they are the ones that stand on the queue.
Thank you, Honorable Moma. Thank you.
Hold on, Mr. Chairman, please.
Thank you.
I believe I'm under your protection. Just
yes,
one more
question.
Then secondly,
5 seconds.
Secondly, Mr. Chairman.
5 seconds.
Thank you. The cash swap policy he talked about. It is not realizable. How can you send super agents and all they can transact is 10,000 naira? How much is a bag of rice? A bag of rice is 28,000 naira. How much is the price of a cow? So when the person, because this policy, the cash swap policies, is for the people in the hinterland, people that don't have access to ATM machines. So when a woman sells a bag of rice and comes back, and how is she supposed to transact again when the highest she can get, if she has to swap the currency, is 10,000 naira?
We have listened to the CBN governor. I will also listen all the measures they have taken. But Mr. Chairman, honorable colleagues, we have to balance them with current reality of what is happening. We have to balance it with the current reality. This policy, as good as it is, like the chairman has said, has created a lot of problems in terms of transactions, business transactions, due to the scarcity of these funds. And what I want to appeal to this committee, part of the document we request from the CBN governor, since part of the mandate is for each and every commercial bank to submit a weekly report to the CBN on the disbursements and the receipt of the new currency. I want to appeal to this committee to make that request, that the CBN governor should supply to this committee details of all reports of the disbursements of the new Naira notes versus what they have been receiving. Because he mentions that about 901 trillion is still out of circulation, but you could not make it very clear. Is he talking including the old notes or including the new note that is already in circulation?
Yes, thank you, Honorable Babangida, for that very good question. Operators, some of them complain that they are not given enough. So he now wants us to now request you, and I'm now requesting on behalf of the committee and the House, that we need from the central bank record of releases of the new Naira note to the commercial bank. So this will help us come up with a balanced report vis-a-vis to the submissions of the central bank operators who are here and complain that, we are not given enough. So this is a very good question, and I want to bank on it as the position of the committee and the House by extension, that we need official records of the releases of funds, the new Naira note to the commercial bank.
Weekly.
At least so far, from the time they started to date.
Yes.
Please. Go ahead, Omoma.
Mr. Chairman, honorable colleagues, I must commend the CBN for this policy indeed. But Mr. Chairman, honorable colleagues, we know that policies are made for the benefit of the people. Policies are made for the benefit of the people and not the other way around. So the two areas I want the CBN governor to shed light on is, one, the huge queues on the ATM machines, that is one, and the cash swap policy. Mr. Chairman, because for me, I find it a bit absurd that someone will deposit, let's say, because the policy is intended to protect the vulnerable persons, like he categorized. If a vulnerable person deposits 200,000 naira over the counter, and you cannot even get 50% of the value of the money deposited over that same counter, you have to put the person through the rigors of going to the automated teller machine to withdraw not more than 20, or as it may be, 30,000. Exactly. So at that point, Mr. Chairman, the vulnerable persons that are supposed to be protected by the policies are not in any way protected, because they are the ones that stand on the queue.
Thank you, Honorable Moma. Thank you.
Hold on, Mr. Chairman, please.
Thank you.
I believe I'm under your protection. Just
yes,
one more
I'm now
question.
trying to
Then secondly,
5 seconds.
Secondly, Mr. Chairman,
5 seconds.
Thank you. The cash swap policy he talked about, it is not realizable. How can you send super agents and all they can transact is 10,000 naira? How much is a bag of rice? A bag of rice is 28,000 naira. How much is the price of a cow? So when the person, because these policies, the cash crop policies, is for the people in the hinterland, people that don't have access to ATM machines. So when a woman sells a bag of rice and comes back, and how is she supposed to transact again when the highest she can get, if she has to swap the currency, is 10,000 naira? It doesn't make sense. The person is not protected. And finally,
please, you are all aware that the Senate has gone on break. But for the purposes of this assignment and in the wisdom of the Speaker of the House of Representatives, who cares for matters that affect the people, we are still in session. The House itself that is supposed to reconvene this morning at 11 o'clock is holding on now, waiting to receive the report of this committee. Only when we accept to be very effective and coordinate ourselves within the context of time, we cannot with him with the leadership, and he has taken upon himself as a commitment that at any point the committee or the House would like his attention to come, or any of his deputies, he will definitely do that. So let us be very brief in the questions we are asking, and we should not be tautologous in asking questions.
So, the two issues
that represent the federal constituency in Afro, Borno State, the most displaced state in Nigeria. My questions are straightforward, sir, based on the submission of the CBN and in line with the policies. You made mention that we have super agents. Out of the 1.5 million super agents, they took 30,000 to do certain assignment. My concern is the downtrodden people from the grassroots, people from the village. The internet connectivity in Nigeria shows less than 60% coverage in this country. And then looking at the policies he is trying to implement, 30,000 divided by the total number of the legal government, you will only have 38 super agents. Withdrawing even 300,000, 10,000, it will amount, a community will just spend nothing, less than $1 million naira. And the total number of ATM machines across Nigeria is less than 20,000. In Akwa Ibom alone, the villages is over 2,666. Not to that number. So the ATM machine in Nigeria up to now is less than 21,000.
Thank you, engineer. Thank you.
You said 2 minutes. I need to make a 1 minute.
2 minutes is by my watch, not by your watch. Please,
yes, sir. Let me just say the last one. I think 5 seconds, sir. The whole issue, I think, we received the briefing from the deputy governor last time, and then she gave assurance that there is a counter withdrawal. I think the banks, he needs to give this directive to the banks to start the counter withdrawal. It will ease the tension, because most of the small-scale businesses that have enterprise, not the ability companies, will have access to funds so that if they are eligible with their document, they can do the transaction. This will reduce the tension in the business community.
Thank you for being short and precise.
Mr. CBN Governor, let me appreciate you, let me commend you for this lofty policy of your organization. My only worry is the fact that when this policy came up, there was this expectation that this policy is going to help to strengthen our naira against the dollar. But today, as of today, from my observation, I think the dollar is even higher than what it was before the policy came on board. Is it not the policy that's supposed to help, strengthen the naira? So I would like you to throw more light why the dollar is getting, higher on daily basis. That's the position. Thank you.
Through print and electronic media to create an awareness on the redesigned notes to Nigerians, including collaboration with the National Orientation Agency to reach all Nigerians across multiple channels. Third, like some of us may have known, in an attempt to ensure that we achieve a higher rate of financial inclusion, we increase the rate of the banks. Now, we today have 1.5 million super agents. These are like people who are acting as banks, but they are not banks as such. in the sense that they don't have vaults, but there are people who have kiosks. They sell pepper, or they sell sweet, or they sell cola nuts, or they're in some form of shops, or they're in some form of restaurant. We made them our agents. So what does that mean? 1.5 million of them in different parts of this country. You don't have to be a bank with a banking license to do this. We brought them in. Out of this 1.5 million super agents that are agent bankers, where you can, before now, in your various localities, whether it's in your village, in my village, we have people who have POS, who have some form of shops, and you go there, you want to draw money, and then you take money or even pay money into your bank account through them. To open an account with them, you don't need all the rigors. They are called, what we call, is it tier 3? Tier 3 banks. All you need is your name and your BVN and your phone number. You have an account. Very seamlessly. That's what we have done. Now, what am I saying? Out of this 1.5 million people, or agents, we specially deployed 30,000 of them. 30,000. And what do? We told them, through your banks and through our central bank officials, you collect some sum of money on a daily basis. And what do? You go back to where you are selling your sweet, where you are selling your cola nut. Do cash swap or cash exchange with Nigerians. Say for now, maximum 10,000. The reports that we get is that, and because we have to work with data, majority, I'm talking close to about 80 to 90% of the people are just content with accepting 10,000 and below because that's what they have in those villages. We may have a few who may have more than 10,000 naira. Please just, if you can indulge me a little. Who may have more than 10,000, and we say if they go back again and again, they will be able to enjoy this benefit. 4, we deployed all our staff. We effectively shut down Abuja, shut down Lagos. All staff go to your locality, not just